Hello everybody. My name is Nitin and my call sign is Victor Uniform 3 Tango Yankee Golf. I'm going to take you through a tour of my shack over here, and before I do that, let me show you the antennas that I have here on the terrace for HF, VHF, UHF. Okay, so we are on the terrace now, and what you see over here is a Yagi for VHF and UHF. It's 6 elements on VHF and 8 elements on UHF, all on the same boom. I use this antenna for working through the amateur radio satellites, and this is a Diamond X510, a dual bander, which I use again for VHF and UHF. And over here is a inverted V antenna for multiband inverted V for 7, 14, 21 and 28 megahertz for HF. And this is on the feed point is about 20 feet from the terrace, and even the Yagi is 20 feet from the terrace, and pretty good location. It's about 80 feet from the ground. I have a very good opening towards east. This is east, and north, and also towards west. But now I have some buildings which are coming up here down south. So we'll go back to the shack, and I'll take you through a tour of my shack. Okay, we are now inside my radio shack. I'll take a brief tour of my radio shack. A couple of posters over here on the cupboard. This is the poster of the Hamsat. This is the first Indian amateur radio satellite which was launched in 2005 and still going very strong. And that's my license. Got my license and amateur radio license in 1991, and have been active on the amateur radio frequencies since then. I prepared this poster for AMSAT India. This is basically a brief chronology of the amateur radio satellites, and this basically contains the year and the name of the satellite which was launched. Basically prepared this for the AMSAT India booth at Hamfest India 2011, which was held in the month of December 2011. So all the various AMSAT organizations worldwide. A paper model of the satellite. I think this is a satellite built by ISRO. And yeah, this is Bill MacArthur, with whom I spoke when he was in the International Space Station in November Alpha 1 Sierra, and a couple of diplomas or certificates, whatever you call it, for decoding telemetry from the amateur radio satellites. I am also one of the founder members of AMSAT India. I am also the secretary. And that's the amateur radio map of the world by ARRL, a very beautiful map. And here you can see one of my PCs running Orbitron for tracking the amateur radio satellites. I also have a desktop which is connected to my radios. and also to the TNCs. And here I'm running the ham radio deluxe and UI view. I have a APRS iGate as well as a satellite gateway which is configured and set up on my PC, and this is the main operating position. So what you see over here is an ICOM 745, a vintage radio. Works very well, great receiver, and MFJ 1276B, which I use for data communications. I also have a CAM Plus, which I use for Pactor 1 for WinLink, and some SWR meters over here for the antennas on VHF and UHF. And this is a dual band all mode transceiver, the ICOM 821H, which I primarily use it for satellite communications as well as for local repeater work. Antenna tuner, some linear amplifiers over there for VHF and UHF. I use only the preamps in this. I also have a channel master rotator for rotating the VHF, UHF, VYG, and Astron power supply. That's the power supply for the microphone that I use. And this is the W2YHY 8-band equalizer, which is connected to this MXL 67G microphone. Very good microphone, great audio. I've not done any modifications for the HF radio, and no increase in the transmit bandwidth, but works great for this radio. A couple of QSL cards over here. That's from the International Space Station, NA1SS. I have spoken to, I think, 2 or 3 astronauts on the space station till now. And this one is the QSL card from Whiskey 5 kilowatt Whiskey Quebec. Richard Garriott, when he was on the space station. And this QSL card is for decoding the telemetry from the Compass 1 satellite. And this is a letter that I received from Richard Garriott confirming our two-way QSO when he was in the International Space Station. So that's a brief tour of my shack, and thank you all for watching.